Greetings. My name is Deborah Smith Gregory, and I want to welcome you to the Newark NAACP flag raising for Black History Month. Our flag raising is symbolic because we have chosen to pay homage to poet laureate and jazz poet Langston Hughes. And we just want to share his poetry with you. We hope that you go and find poetry yourself to read once you hear some of his work. We keep him alive by speaking his word. And so we're just going to get into a flow. This is no panel discussion. This is no lecture. This is a homage to a great man. And I would like to start by reading the poem, Life is Fine. I went down to the river. I sat down on the bank. I tried to think but couldn't, so I jumped in and sank. I came up once and hollered. I came up twice and cried. If that water hadn't been so cold, I might have sunk and died. But it was cold, cold in that water, it was cold. I took the elevator 16 flights above the ground. I thought about my baby and thought I would jump down. I stood there and I hollered. I stood there and I cried. If it hadn't been so high, I might have jumped and died. But it was high up there, it was high. So, since I'm still here living, I guess I will live on. I could have died for love, but for living, I was born. And so you may see me cry, you may see me holler, but out the dog speak, baby, if you're gonna see me die. Life is fine, fine as wine. Life is fine. I would like to introduce you to Tracy Munford, who will give you a little background about Langston Hughes.
Good evening.
What a show, what a show.
I'm a member of the Newark Branch, and happy birthday, Langston Hughes. Since 2005, the New Jersey State Conference of the NAACP has invited the community to join the Happy Birthday Langston Hughes Readathon on February 1st, his birthday. Members of the New Jersey NAACP family, their friends, and supporters have begun Black History Month by reading the works of Langston Hughes to students in their local schools. During the 2005 pilot program, members of the NAACP greatly enjoyed reading the work of our late NAACP member, Langston Hughes, and they read to children in selected schools across New Jersey. Langston Hughes' work is very accessible in local libraries, bookstores, and of course online. Since the New Jersey NAACP began its readathon, Hughes' foremost biographer, Dr. Arnold Rompersad, edited a very special anthology in the series. It's called Poetry for Young People, Langston. He had a multifaceted and complex relationship with the NAACP. In fact, He was first published by an early literary editor of the Crisis Magazine. That is our magazine of the NAACP. So not only was he a member, he was a published author from there. And one of his famous quotes is, "For most of my life, I have been a member of the NAACP, but sometimes when funds were low or I was out of the country, my membership lapsed. However, whenever I have had a dollar or two, I renewed my membership in one branch or another throughout the country." And I just want to add, as I wrap this up, that we are doing a membership drive this month, Black History Month. Every month is Black History, so join us at the Newark Branch of the NAACP. And I chose Langston Hughes' poem, "As I Grew Older." It was a long time ago. I've almost forgotten my dream, but it was there then in front of me, bright like the sun. My dream. And then the wall rose slowly, slowly between me and my dream, rose slowly, slowly, dimming, hiding. The light of my dream rose until it touched the sky. The wall, shadow, I am black. I lie down in the shadow, no longer the light of my dream before me, above me, only the thick wall, only the shadow. My hands, my dark hands, break through the wall, find my dream, help me to shatter this darkness, to smash this night, to break this shadow into 1,000 lights of sun and into 1,000 whirling dreams of sun. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And now I'd like to introduce you to our next member, who will be reading in just a moment. And everyone knows I'd like to introduce Ms. Levita Johnson.
Good afternoon, Tracy. Good afternoon to all those who are tuning into Facebook with the NAACP. Yes, I am Levita E. Johnson, and I am the second vice president of this awesome branch right here in Newark, New Jersey. And on this evening, I am going to be reading Good Morning, Revolution. Good morning, Revolution. You're the very best friend I ever had. We're going to pal around together from now on. Listen, say, revolution. You know, the boss where I work, I used to work. The guy that gave me the air to cut down expenses. He wrote a long letter to the papers about you, saying you was a troublemaker, an alien, enemy. In other words, a son of a bitch. He called up the police and told them to watch out for a guy named Revolution. You see, the boss, you're my friend. He sees us hanging out together. He knows we're hungry and rabid and ain't got a goddamn thing in this world. You are going to do something about it. The boss got all that he needs. Certainly, he eats well, owns a lot of houses, goes vacationing, breaks strikes, runs politics, bribes police, pays off Congress, and struts all over the earth. But me, I ain't never had enough to eat. I ain't never been warm in winter. Me, I ain't never known security. All my life, been living hand to mouth, hand to mouth. Listen, revolution. We're buddies, see, together. We can take everything. Factories, arsenals, houses, ships, railroads, forests, fields, orchards, bus lines, telegraphs, radio. Jesus, raise hell with radios. Steel mills, coal mines, oil wells, gas, all the tools of production. Great day in the morning. Everything, and turn them over to the people who work. Rule and run for us people who work. Boys, them radios, broadcasting the very first morning to USSR, another member of the International Soviets down come. Greetings to the Socialist Soviet republics. Hey, you rising workers everywhere, greetings. We'll sign it in Germany, sign in China, sign in Africa, sign in Poland, sign in Italy, sign it America, sign it with one name, worker. On that day when no one will be hungry, cold, oppressed, anywhere in the world again. That's our job. I've been starving too long. Ain't you? Let's go, revolution. Thank you. The next up, I am going to introduce our third Vice President of the Newark Branch in NAACP, John L. Smith. Come on, sir.
Thank you, and good evening to everyone. As I read this poem from this iconic person, this iconic poet, you should be able to feel it deep down in your soul. It's called The Negro Speak of Rivers. I've known rivers. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathe in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusty rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. Thank you so very much, the iconic Langston Hughes. Now to introduce Miss Deborah Chandler.
Hi. Before I begin, I read the following from an analysis about Langston Hughes' poem, Daybreak in Alabama, online at LitCharts by Al-Mahdi Al-Udi. Published in 1940, Daybreak in Alabama expresses a deep yearning for unity in a racially divided world. The poem's speaker imagined someday writing music about the dawn in Alabama, and in it, the diversity that exists both within nature and among human beings. Through this musical metaphor, the speaker presents racial equality and harmony as natural and beautiful. Daybreak in Alabama boldly imagines a future of peace,
unity, and cooperation between all races. The poem speaks to the longing for a fresh start, a daybreak, in which people of all races will overcome prejudice and touch each other, natural as dew. The speaker hopes for a world where racial harmony is seen as something normal. But the focus on daybreak highlights that this vision of racial harmony is not a reality yet. In other words, the speaker's hope for a new beginning, a new dawn of racial unity in Alabama speaks. I'm going to put the prettiest songs in it, rising out of the ground like a swamp mist and falling out of heaven like soft dew. I'm going to put some tall, tall trees in it, and the scent of pine needles, and the smell of red clay after rain, and long red nets and poppy-colored faces and big brown arms and the field daisy eyes of black and white, black people. And I'm going to put white hands and black hands and brown and yellow hands and red clay earth hands in it, touching everybody with kind fingers, touching each other as other natural as dew. In that dawn of music when I get to be a colored composer and write about daybreak in Alabama. Okay, I'm now going to introduce, she will introduce herself. We're in Portrait.
Thank you. Spilling water on my papers, didn't mean to do that. Hi, I'm Antoinette Baskerville Richardson, and I'm going to not take up much time, but I'm going to do 3 poems by Langston Hughes. The first one is as relevant today as it was when Langston wrote it. The title is Democracy. Democracy will not come today, this year, nor ever through compromise and fear. I have as much right as the other fellow has to stand on my 2 feet and own the land. I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed planted in a great need. I live here too. I want freedom just as you. The next poem, a lot of people are familiar with, and I chose this poem because when my son was a child and I was driving him to school, we used to recite this poem together every morning in the car. Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor. Bad. But all the time I've been climbing on and reaching lanterns and turning corners. And sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps because you find this kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for I's still going under. I's still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. And this last poem, and Rocky, I need you to jazz it up a little bit on this one if you don't mind. So, this poem I actually just found today when I was skimming through some of Langston's work, and the title of it is Lover's Return. Lover's Return. My old-time daddy came back home last night. His face was pale, and his eyes didn't look just right. He says to me, I'm coming home to you. So sick and lonesome, I don't know what to do. Men treat women pair of shoes. You men treat women like a pair of shoes. You kicks them around and does them like you choose. I looked at my daddy, Lord, and I wanted to cry. He looked so thin, Lord, that I wanted to cry. But the devil told me, damn a Lord, come home to die. And I'm not, Richard Camerari. A lot of people don't know Richard's a poet, but Richard is a great poet. I know I spilled water all over the table.
Thank you, Tony. That's all right. Good evening, everybody. Nice to be here with the glorious Newark Branch NAACP. And hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live land. My name is Richard Camerari. I'm a member of the Executive Committee of the Branch and a member in general and to be part of this group. So I got one of Langston Hughes' poems, which in retrospect, maybe one of his more prophetic poems. I say that, and you'll understand why, because it was written in 1935. When you hear the title, it may remind you of a current political slogan, which was spouted by the more debased and retrograde element of our political spectrum. No judgment. You know that slogan here, Make America Great. But this poem, which Langston wrote in 1935, is called Let America Be America Again. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love, where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor, white, fouled, fooled, and pushed apart. I am the Negro bearing slavery scars. I am the red man driven from the land. I am the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, the mighty crush the weak. I am the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in the ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, of grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need and greed, of work the men, or take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I am the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro servant to all. I am the people, humble, hungry and mean, hungry yet today, despite the dream, beaten yet today. Oh, pioneers, I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest workers bartered through the years, and I'm the only one, the one who dreamt our basic dream in the old world while still a serf of kings, who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even yet its mighty daring sings in every brick and stone, in every furrowed turn that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shores and Poland's plains and England's grassy lea, and torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today, the millions shot down when we strike, the millions who have nothing for our pay, for all the dreams we've dreamed, for all the songs we've sung, for all the hopes we've held, and all the flags we've hung, the millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be, the land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man's, Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those who live like leeches on the people's lives, we must take back our land again. America. Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me, and yes, I sweat this oath. America will be, I swear, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of craft and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain, all the stretch of these great green states, and make America, America again. Thank you. I'll introduce Mr. Rick Robinson. Next.
I see Tony left for water here. Thank you, Tony. I'm sorry. That's okay. So my piece here on this great man should actually have a connection with everybody. Langston Hughes wrote 868 poems and is considered one of the best poet laureates in our nation of all time. He's put in the same category as Walt Whitman, and in Black America, he is considered, as people say, the GOAT when it comes to poem and poetry. So my piece is called Dreams, and it goes like this. Dreams, Langston Hughes. Hold fast to your dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with no snow. This particular poem is close to me and my family because growing up in Newark, in the housing projects, if you don't have dreams, you will be subsided. So my folks always told me to have dreams, accomplish those dreams, and be better than your parents. So our next speaker for tonight will be, she will introduce herself. So let me first give her a round of applause. Please excuse the water right here because Tony left us something to drink. I have to improvise, Press, because Tony gave us water. The lady gave us water. So I have to hold on now because we have a special guest coming to the stage. Our first Vice President, Kathleen Herman Merritt, will actually now take the mic and speak about the great works in Mr. Langston Hughes.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have the pleasure of reading The Negro Mother by Langston Hughes. I love this poem. Children, I come back today to tell you a story of a long, dark way that I had to climb, that I had to know in order that the race might live and grow. Look at my face, dark as the night, yet shining like the sun with love's true light. I am the dark girl who crossed the Red Sea, carrying in my body the seed of the free. I am the woman who worked in the field, bringing the cotton and the corn to yield. I am the one who labored as a slave, beaten and mistreated for the work that I gave. Children sold away from me, whom my husband sold too. No safety, no love, no respect was I due. 300 years in the deepest South, but God put a song and a prayer in my mouth. God put a dream like steel in my soul. Now through my children, I'm reaching the goal. Now through my children, young and free, I realize the blessing deed to me. I couldn't read then, I couldn't write. I had nothing back there in the night. Sometimes the valley was filled with tears, but I kept trudging on through the lonely years. Sometimes the road was hot with the sun, but I had to keep on till my work was done. I had to keep on, no stopping for me. I was the seed of the coming free. I nourished the dream that nothing could smother. Deep in my breast, the Negro mother. I had only hope then, but now through you, dark ones of today, my dreams must come true. All you dark children in the world out there, remember my sweat, my pain, my despair. Remember my years heavy with sorrow, and make of those years a torch for tomorrow. Make of my past a road to the light, out of the darkness, the ignorance, the night. Lift high my banner out of the dust. Stand like free men, supporting my trust. Believe in the right, let none push you back. Remember the whip and the slave's track. Remember how the strong in struggle and strife still bar you the way and deny you life. But march ever forward, breaking down bars. Look ever upward at the sun and the stars. Oh, my dark children, may my dreams and my prayers impede you forever to the great stairs. For I will be with you till no white brother dares keep down the children of the Negro mother.
Drop the mic.
And I'm going to read I too, Langston News. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. It's so easy in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say me eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
Good evening. I'm Judith Favors, Chair of the Religious Affairs Committee for the Newark Branch. I selected 2 poems. Nevertheless, they were already read. And my favorite 2 is I Too and Mother to Son. So I switched, and I'm going to read, I look at the world. I look at the world from a awakening eye in a black face. And this is what I see. This fenced off narrow space assigned to me. I look then at the silly walls through dark eyes in a dark face. And this is what I know, that all these walls oppression build will have to go. I took and look at my own body with eyes no longer blind. And I see that my own hand can make the world that is in my mind. Then let us hurry, comrade, the road to find. Madam and the phone bill. You say IOKD? Long distance? Oh, KAD? It when? My goodness, Central. That was then. I'm mad and disgusted with that Negro now. I don't pay no reverse charges, no how. You say I will pay it, else you'll take out my phone. You better let my phone alone. I didn't ask him to telephone me. Rescue? No, darn well. Long distance ain't free. If I ever catch him, Lord have pity. Calling me up from Kansas City. Madam in the phone bill.
So thank you for joining us in our flag raising for Black History Month. The national theme for 2024 is African Americans and the arts. Poetry is art. Poetry can say things and convey messages without a whole bunch of words. Langston has given us tonight hope, love, fun, inspiration, and courage to go on. And we are, at the NAACP, we believe that we get to do the things that will have an impact, a positive impact on our community. And so we hope that this reading tonight did that. I would like to thank, first of all, our accompanist, Off the Rock Mangan, and certainly the Education Committee of the Newark Branch for sponsoring this event, this reading. I would like to thank John, a public thank you to Jan Jackson, because celebrating Langston Hughes on his birthday, February 1st, with a Langston reading was her brainchild in 2005. And so we just get to continue it on. We have to lift up the names of our ancestors, and what better way to lift up Langston Hughes. I would also like to thank New Community for allowing us the space that we're in. We're actually at the Priory, and we have not done this in quite some time. We may do it again with an audience. This was just our way of bringing in the month in a very creative way, a very positive way, a loving way. And we hope that you enjoyed the poetry. Share the video. And I think that next year we'll open it up to people so that they can see. And, oh, I forgot to say this. We are having a membership drive from February 1st to February 29th. You will see it posted on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page, also on LinkedIn. We want you. We want you. We are all volunteers. Everyone who read tonight is a volunteer of the branch. And we encourage you to become a part of the movement that we are in the process of forging. And Rocky, you want to say anything?
Put me on the spot. Just want to say thank you for having me, first and foremost. And sending honor and praise to Mr. Langston Hughes for his contributions to the culture. And just shout out to everybody watching on Facebook.
We see you, Celeste. We see you, Felicia. We want you to come next year, okay? God willing. To everyone, thank you. And I think I want to read one last poem before we end. It is called I Dream a World, and it is Langston Hughes. I dream a world where man, no other man, will scorn, where love will bless the earth, and peace its paths adorn. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free. Where wretchedness will hang its head, and joy, like a pearl, attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world. Good night.
Stop it, don't. Please stop it, wait. Keep going, do a bit more, a little bit more. A little bit more.
Where you fresh? You don't have a job.